Although many countries claim to have created football, or soccer as known in the United States, records trace the game all the way back to ancient China. But it was England who transitioned the game, and they call it football because it was played on feet rather than on a horseback. The game basically started with a player running towards the opposing team's goal and his teammates behind them. But then it was altered in Scotland, in which they brought up the idea of passing the ball from a player to player towards the opposing towards the opponent's goal. In addition to that, English people added a couple of rules, such as forbidding tripping the opponent, which is now known as a foul, and forbidding touching the ball with the hands. But the main problem was players goal hanging. And in order to prevent that, the offside rule was created in 1863. The rule states that a player is considered offside unless three players of the opposing team are facing him. Since then, the rule has been changed many times until its recent update in 1990, which states that a player is considered onside if he's on level with the last to second player of the opposing team. The sport was continuously developing and gaining ground all around the world. And in 1904, FIFA, which is a organization that compromises football associations from different countries, was founded. And in 1913, FIFA joined the International Football Association Board of Great Britain. Due to the increase in the popularity of the sport, football was added to the Olympic Games. And in 1930, the FIFA president decided to stage a international football tournament and called it the World Cup. The World Cup joins teams from across the world to compete. And the first World Cup um, contained 13 different teams and was hosted in Uruguay. Um, FIFA tried to maintain its regular activity during the World War II period, but it failed due to political reasons and countries refusing to play with their enemies. Since then, the World Cup has experienced many different changes to reach its 32 um, uh, team final tournament. Um, the World Cup is preceded by a 2 year um, qualification stage process. For example, yellow cards and red cards were introduced in the 1970 World Cup, and the World Cup trophy was changed in 1974. Brazil currently leads with 5 World Cup titles. Furthermore, during that period, football clubs were also formed, and there are many competitions that range from domestic club competition to international club competitions. For example, the UEFA Champions League, which is considered the most prestigious club competition in Europe, And due to the increase in the fan base of the sport, it has become a major site for investors. Finally, soccer is more than a sport. Um, f- for example, in South America, some players consider it as a religion, and soccer